Now, as any parent knows that takes time off work, well, it's essential to bond with a new baby, to spend time with them. But how much time does it take? A new campaign to give parents up to 6 months off has started. And while the bill has made it through the first hurdle in Parliament, it'll never make it all the way. That's because the government's already said it will use veto at the bill's final reading because of the price tag of $500 million, which it says is too much. Deborah Morris-Travers from the group 26 for Babies joins us now. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning, Petra. Interesting to hear you cite that $500 million because that figure is actually incorrect.
Yes, we've got your figures are completely different. Tell us about those.
Yeah, so currently New Zealand spends $170 million every year on paid parental leave, and that's a really important investment in the well-being of our smallest citizens. If the bill does go through, then there would be an additional spend of about $140 million each year once this is fully implemented. But what the bill proposes is that over a period of 3 years, there's a gradual increase from the current entitlement of 14 weeks of leave through to 26 weeks of paid parental leave.
Lots of people are saying this is a good idea and it's a bad time. What's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I can understand that. Of course, we're in a global financial crisis and things are really tight. I think what's important here is that when we're focusing on babies and children, that we have an investment approach to them and understand that when we get really good outcomes for children, then all of us do really well. In fact, our work shows that poor outcomes for children are currently costing New Zealand $8 billion every year. So there's a huge economic incentive to actually making sure that children have secure attachment with their parents, that they're able to breastfeed and that they're nurtured and have that precious, precious time in the early months of their lives with their children. So this is about actually all of us doing well, and we need to understand that spending on children is in the interests of both our economy and our society.
Deborah, let's talk through a couple of the issues. Would it be better to get some result rather than no result? So why go for 26 weeks? Australia has 18 weeks paid parental leave.
Yes, Australia has 18 weeks and the OECD average is 19 weeks. Any improvement on 14 weeks I think would be welcome, and it would really be an indication of commitment to children. This is a quite significant policy in terms of being really symbolic and indicating whether or not we're really serious about taking care of our youngest children. We know that we have some of the lowest and worst outcomes for children in the OECD, and we also have one of the lowest levels of investment in our children.
Are the lowest and worst outcomes, are they the children of the people who are already accessing the 14 weeks? Do we know if there's a correlation between just this not enough time at home paid?
Well, I think it would be hard to draw a correlation between the availability of paid parental leave and poor outcomes for children overall. But what I'm saying is this is highly symbolic. If we can invest this in the youngest children, then that's a good thing.
Do you have any hope that it will pass its final reading, that Bill English could change his mind?
It may not, but we need to have this debate, and in the absence of any other comprehensive financial support for parents, such as a child benefit, then paid parental leave is really important. So we need to be having this debate about the value of our children, the importance of parenting, and whether or not, as a society, we are prepared to invest in these children.
Fantastic. Deborah Morris-Travers, thanks for spending time with us.